Hi, my name is Nicole. Welcome to my channel, Travel to Money. In this video, I'm going to tell you about a cruise I just learned about that is 3 years long and specifically set up for digital nomads, starting at just under $30,000 per year per person. We'll cover all the details about itinerary, the cost, the ability to do your remote work on board, and plenty of other frequently asked questions. If you are new here, I have created this channel to help you learn about how to travel, adventure, and have fun on the road to financial independence. I have traveled the world, I own a couple of houses in Spain, and I'm on a creative journey to financial independence. I believe the road to financial freedom can and should be fun. I hope you'll subscribe and join me on this journey no matter where you are starting from. Does it ever freak you out when you say something out loud and then a few minutes later you get an ad for the very thing on your phone? Well, my phone knows exactly what I want to see. Travel news, real estate news, stock market news, and of course anything that has to do with the royal family. Just kidding. I love their story, but don't fall for the clickbait. It can be so tempting though. Well, the other day I went to the news section of my phone and there was an article about a cruise line called Life at Sea Cruises. The headline said something about 1 year at sea for $30,000 and mentioned something about digital nomads. I don't know if I've ever clicked on an article so quickly. It was exciting, although it was slightly clickbaitish because it's actually a 3 year cruise, and I guess they thought it would be more likely to get clicks if they presented the price for 1 year. But it's important to know that you do have to pay for the whole 3 years, though there are financing options if you don't have $180,000 as a couple to spend in cash. Now, $30,000 per year or $60,000 per year as a couple might sound like a lot, but think about this. You're not paying rent, you're not paying for a car insurance, or other forms of transportation, you're not paying for food or any other bills. Not to mention you get to see the entire world. I don't think I'll get to jump on this opportunity this year, but I do think it would be absolutely amazing, and I'm a little jealous that I won't be on board. I'm going to get to the point where I'm comparing the cost to what you might pay just to live at home, but before I get to that, let me tell you more about this cruise. First of all, the departure date for this cruise is November of 2023. I can imagine if this goes well, there will be other cruises like this in the future. But if you want to be the first, plan to leave in early November. There will be 3 departure ports. If you want to be one of the first on board, you'll plan to leave November 1st from Istanbul, Turkey. You can also board in Barcelona on November 5th or Miami on November 16th. Now, you might be thinking that trying to figure out how to have a normal life on a cruise might be hard. And although I'm sure there will be adjustments, Life at Sea Cruises has designed an experience that is specifically built around life, not just vacation. For example, if you work remotely, they have set you up for success. Your cruise includes free Wi-Fi provided by Starlink. They've set up office spaces, meeting rooms, a lounge, a cafe. They have screens, conference equipment, and also have a printer available to you. They've really thought about the digital nomad and what you need to be able to thrive in your role while you're cruising the world. And the life benefits don't end there. They've also thought about the fact that you'll probably want to see your friends and family during this 3-year stint. You are allowed to have guests stay in your room for free while you're at port, or they have guest cabins that can be rented if your friends and family want their own space. Now, concerning life on board, you might be wondering about medical and dental care. After all, this is 3 years we're talking about. Well, they've solved that problem too. There is a hospital on board and a dentist as well. Your price includes free exams and preventative care. If you do need procedures or medicines, those are available at a cost but will typically be lower than costs in the US. They will even have an orthodontist available during certain portions of your cruise for more advanced dental care. Speaking of dental care, let's talk about food. Your meals are included. They have breakfast, lunch, and dinner served buffet style at 2 restaurants with extensive hours available. One restaurant serves more consistent options, while the other restaurant will have more variety of cultural options, even providing options that relate to the area of the world that you are visiting at that time. One of the things you might think of when it comes to cruises is that they typically include unlimited drinks, and this one is a little different, though very reasonable. First, free alcoholic beverages are included with your dinner. Now, the other cool thing is that you can bring any alcohol on board with you that you purchase off the ship. So be sure to stock up on that $5 Aldi Malbec before you go. Now, you might wonder what you do when you are hungry after hours. Well, room service is available 24 hours a day, and the restaurants have buffet-style fruits and snacks as well. I don't know what the fees are for room service, if any, but with buffet-style snacks, you always have something you can eat for free. Now, obviously, you can have coffee with breakfast, but if you're like me, you like to have coffee while you're still lying around in pajamas. And this is why they equip each room with a small coffee maker. Legit, they thought of everything. Now, you obviously don't want to sit around and eat all day without working off that food. You're in luck with an onboard fitness center, pools where you can swim, or lounge if you prefer, and even a golf simulator. I noticed in their marketing that one of their promotional focal points is that you can golf all over the world. I'm sure you'll have to pay for that in each location, but for the person who loves golf, that could be a good opportunity. Now, you might be wondering how you pack for 3 years of cruise life. Well, don't worry, they help you with this too. They've invented a pod system. Once your final payment is made, they send you a pod that has 2 closets. That is then shipped to them prior to embarkment. They recommend that you don't pack more than what you would typically have in a bedroom. They say the closets that are shipped can stay in your stateroom, and that you have one double closet in the room with one under the bed storage area. Just like any other travel, you'll be in plenty of places where you can pick up various clothing items as needed. I always overthink packing for any kind of trip. At the end of the day, you can always buy what you need as you go. While we're on the subject of clothes, you might be wondering about laundry. Well, that service is provided too. They give you a laundry bag, and once per week they pick up the clothes, wash and fold them, returning them to you the next day. Dry cleaning is available for a fee, which they state is close to the amount you would pay at home for dry cleaning. In addition to the coffee maker in your cabin, a hair dryer is also in every cabin. You can bring your own hair dryers and other bathroom appliances, but they must be tested for fire safety. There is not a microwave in your room, but they do have them available in the cafe areas. Now, if you're like me, you love a good pool area. As much as I enjoy getting a tan during the day, one of my favorites is night swimming, especially if the stars are popping. And you're in luck with the pool hours, as the pool is open all the time except for 3 a.m. for maintenance. Now let's talk about the places you'll go. And oh, the places you'll go. The cruise will visit South America, the Caribbean, the Mediterranean, Asia, Australia, Africa, and Europe. 7 continents and 375 locations. If you think about the frequency just based on the numbers, if you're sailing for 3 years and making 375 stops, that's about 1 stop every 3 days. If you visit their website, you'll find a pretty cool interactive map that can literally take you from stop to stop. I prefer to look at the bigger overview that shows you all of the stops on the map by region. Now let's talk about the cost for a minute. As we know, $30,000 per person, as long as you're traveling as a pair, is the low end, but those will be for the smallest interior rooms on the lowest deck, which is fine. But you might be wondering how much it costs to have a window with a view or even a balcony. So let's look at those prices. Here is the pricing table from their website. As you can see, there are several different options ranging from $30,000 per person per year all the way up to $110,000 per person per year. Now, if I was going to book this cruise, I would probably go with a superior outside cabin. This means you'll be above water level and you'll have a view. Now, you can pay a little less to have a view that is partially obstructed, but you'll still have a window with natural light and a partial view. The cheapest option with the partial obstruction is $41,000 per year per person. Now, it's not just being above water and having a window, but also about 24 more square feet of space, which will be handy in a space that's under 200 square feet. I really like this table because it's easy to understand, includes the deck levels, the square footage, and not only the price, but shows you financing options as well. Now let's compare these prices to regular living. I want to look at everything that you'd normally be spending on that you would no longer need to spend on. Let's say you spend $1,200 per month for rent and utilities. Then let's say $400 per month on car payment and car insurance. Let's say $1,000 per month on groceries, eating out, entertainment, and other. $100 per month in gas. we're already up to like $2,700 per month, and this is probably low in comparison to what a lot of people spend. And if you are a couple and you're each spending this much every month, then you can already afford this cruise at the lowest level price. Plus, if you did it right, this cruise might actually save you money. Now, I don't spend that much money every month because I've done a bit of house hacking with a rental. I talk all about that right up here, so you can check that out if you want a more budget-friendly life. But I gotta say, this cruise is tempting. Not only can you possibly save money over what you're paying every month just to live at home, but you get to see the whole world at a very reasonable price. You never have to cook, you never have to do your own laundry. It just sounds pretty incredible. What do you think? Would you cruise for 3 years? Let me know in the comments. Be sure to like this video and subscribe to join me every day where travel and adventure build financial freedom. I can't wait to see where your dreams will take you.